Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in our Alexander series. We actually are still in the midst of turn 575, and it looks like we have found a new artifact. There's an Egyptian artifact, a mask, in fact. That does not look Egyptian, but okay. And we're just in the process of getting our economy going nice and strong. Now we can go ahead and, let's see. We can chop those down, and now there's extra production available here to help with really anything I want to do. We could do another spy. We do need another spy. We could also go with industrial zones. Or an industrial zone, rather. That might be the best thing to do. Just put it on that spot that I just cleared out. Let's do that. Have some additional production, because this is a centralized city, so having as many industrial zones in the area to make sure all the overlapping bonuses are working optimally is good. All right, we're going to reassign this trader to Alexandria for reasons we've discussed. We need as much production as possible there. And then it looks like we can airlift this unit. Or can we? Maybe I can't. Not sure what's happening. Oh, weird. I don't know what that was. There's supposed to be highlights showing, but it didn't do it. So, okay. Now Liverpool actually needs food, so we need to keep this trade route going in Liverpool, and maybe trade with a city that has 8 food and a nice production bonus. Is there an 8 and 4 somewhere? Bedgosh is an 8 and 3. Bedgosh is... Oh yeah, Mbanza Macedon. Mbanza Macedon, rather. Yeah, let's keep trading with them. And that should fix Liverpool's food problem. Yep, perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and clear this marsh. My guy is now good. That did speed up the industrial zone a little bit. Now they're 2 turns away from another growth. So we got another citizen, and we're very close to a second one. Very nice. All right, this great musician needs to come here. Nice. Tchaikovsky. So the 1812 overture, of course, music is turned off, so you can't hear it, unfortunately. I've turned it off because I could not find a way to get... Let's put one trader in Pella. I could not find a way to get the Macedon theme to stop playing over and over and over and over and over. I'm sorry for those of you who are fans of it, but it's good, boisterous music, but it's the one piece in Civ 6's soundtrack that I find, especially when it plays over and over and you can't stop it, I just find it grating. So I had to cut the music off. And I feel badly about it because I love the music in this game, and I don't normally play with the music off. I like to listen to it, but that one song was playing over and over and over, and we decided to stop it. All right, so now we should have access to assign some new, whatchamacallit, trade routes, which would be quite nice. So let's see. Let me just make a quick note. Okay. Wait, so what are we looking at here? This is Dion. We do need to train another spy. We definitely do. And why don't you go ahead and work on that there. It's only going to be 19 turns away. Meanwhile, Alexandria by the Latmus is going to be... We don't need a sewer there right now. Let's go ahead and go for the power plant. It's plus 4 gold to get a power plant. Or when you get a power plant, it's plus 4 gold. Go for university here. Oxford is almost done in Krakow. No one's challenged us for that. Excuse me, hiccup. We do have some units that I need to promote to mechanized infantry, so let's go ahead and do that with a couple of my stronger units. Like you, this infantry corps. I can go ahead and promote you. Okay, so now we're going to be in a better position to take on those guys. Meanwhile, let's see what else is happening. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for a hangar in Tarnów. We're kind of building up the air capacity of all of those cities, because I feel like it might be possible with stealth bombers to fly across and hit some of the cities on the coast, or at least I can use it to crank out planes for carriers and fly them from carriers, which would be a similar effect. We just have to get them a little closer. So here in Mbanza Nasundi, there's really not a lot for me to build, and there's not a housing issue at the moment. I could just build more units. Probably would be ideal if I did that. Let's train more mechanized infantry. All right, Zitlaltepec needs a... let's go ahead and go with a harbor. Let's do that. Okay, if I put you on food focus, it doesn't change the production time of the harbor, but it does reduce the growth time. So that's one of those times where it actually does help. All right, Douglas MacArthur, you are... Yeah, you just need to be relinked. The link got broken when I upgraded the unit. That's fine. It's to be expected. Meanwhile, we are almost done. Okay, damn it. Because this is on a hill, we need to wait a turn to repair those. And hopefully that city will be a little bit more productive going forward. Zitlaltepec, I don't mind you keeping your trader because you need to grow pretty fast. So tell you what, let's have you trade with one of the... Yeah, let's have you trade with Valletta. That's an excellent gold bonus. We're making over 514 gold, and this is with the New Deal implemented. It's pretty impressive. But I don't think we're going to need the New Deal for much longer. I really don't. So we're going to have an even better food income. Or gold income. I was thinking food because we just cleared that marsh. All right, so now, speaking of that, though, we have a bit of an issue. Yeah, tell you what, let's put you on... Oh, actually, wait. That's weird. Look at that. When I just rearranged its citizens, it's fine now. I don't know why it did that, but okay. Works for me. Let's go ahead and clear this marsh as well. Get the same thing in Tarnów. And can I do the same thing here? Yep, I can. So I'll have to check on them next turn to make sure they're not starving again. All right, there was another one down here. Yep. Pella. All right, so why don't you come here, and then I can transfer you down to Pella, and then we'll do some more stuff in there. All right, now this trader, I want to get as much production in here as possible. So I think Valletta is probably going to be the way to go. Yep, that's going to be the most production that I can get. 12 turns away from the Earth satellite, 27 turns away from Estadio de Maracana. Same thing. Now I'm going to go with Amsterdam because it's the biggest production bonus I can get, but it's also giving me another 21 gold. And then this mechanized infantry I'm going to bring up, and potentially I think I can join it with one of these units up here and make one of these units ultimately stronger. Alexandria by the Latmus, I think... Do I want to take your trader away? Yeah, I am. I'm going to go ahead and reallocate you to Alexandria as well. Because we just need that to be a production powerhouse. We need that wonder to finish faster. So that's going to change so much when that finally happens. All right, let's get a farm built there. We've got a pretty robust inner territory here. There's still some area that we don't control, which is crazy. Like, I feel like at this point in history... No, Cleopatra. I feel like at this point in history, our border should have expanded to cover that. It's a little surprising they haven't. The borders in Civ 6 don't work quite the way you'd expect them to in every way. So this is not the prettiest. You would expect all of that to be in our territory by this point.
Clever men at Oxford know all there is to be knowed, but they none of them know one half as much as intelligent Mr. Toad. It is obvious that while science is struggling to bring heaven to earth, some men are using its materials in the construction of hell.
All right, so since we finished Oxford, we just were given a few more techs. So we now have access to modern anti-tank and modern armor, as well as nuclear submarines. Just because we finished Oxford. So that gave us a little bit more help towards finishing the tech tree faster. I cannot complain about that at all. Krakow is now ready for a new project. I'm tempted to make it a commercial hub and get another trade route. I really am. I can put it right there and be a +4 bonus. Screw it, let's do it. That's an excellent spot for a commercial hub. It'll be done in 13 turns. It'll be a huge benefit to us. I don't think there's an argument against it, really. Let's go ahead and go for the stock exchange there for similar reasons. We want lots and lots of gold. Umbanza Macedon, we need to start trading modern armor as well. Let's go ahead and start trading one. Newcastle upon Tyne. I can build the Sydney Opera House as well. I feel like the stadium lights just came on. It might be getting dark in the game, because those don't just normally pop in like that. Let's go ahead and go for a nuclear submarine. I'd rather have that at cities that can build them. Okay, this mechanized infantry just needs to go on alert. John Monash, you are good with... No, you're actually not good at promoting them. So what you need to do is... What's your... I need to wake you up. Grants 1 promotion level and 75% combat experience to a military land unit. So let me go ahead and just use him on this level 5 mechanized infantry army. Or should I use him on... maybe I should use him on artillery. I've got a level 4 artillery here, and a level 5 artillery. Yeah, let me use him on the artillery. So, let's see, it was a military land unit. Yep, totally. So we're going to transfer you down to... Actually, no, we're not going to transfer you down. We're not going to do that at all. We're just going to move you to right there. And we're going to use him because he's not benefiting our units anymore now that we're in the information era. And the same might be true for another general we have in the area. Let's have a quick look. This observation balloon. I know we have a general also hanging out here. Hang on. Let's move you down here. Now, you are helping. Zhukov is an information age general, but Douglas MacArthur's helping too. Napoleon is here, though. Yeah, Napoleon is no longer helping. As soon as these promotions happen, which I can go ahead and have one of them happen right now. Yeah, see, you're not helping anymore. Forms an army out of a military... Oh, wow. Nice. Holy crap, I didn't realize that was an option. So this needs to not be a corps or an army, but I bet you I have a unit somewhere that I haven't promoted. Yeah, we could turn this in. Well, I don't really want a machine gun army, though. Hang on. I bet you there's something better we could do. If I look around for a bit, I bet you there's a unit hanging out in a city somewhere that I haven't sent to the front lines, and I might be able to promote them. Actually, I don't see any. Well, here's an AT crew. I don't really need an AT crew army, though. I would rather have... AT is any tank. But I'd rather have... yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll save Napoleon. Let's go ahead and move him back to Birmingham. And we'll have you just kind of wait there. And as soon as I have a unit that is worthwhile to promote, and we can promote this cavalry too, nice. We can't do it this turn, but we'll be able to soon. Let's have you skip your turn. This observation balloon can go ahead and just queue up with the machine gun. That's fine. I'm going to keep them close to the artillery anyway. That's kind of a means of protection. Machine gun corps, just go on alert status. Alright, let's go ahead and repair that. And now production should be a little bit better, I would think. Yeah, there you are, 56 turns. That's much better. So we reset the turn count information by playing with this, which is a great way to do it, by the way, if you haven't messed with that before. But let's go ahead and, if I put you on food focus, you're going to grow a little faster. You'll produce the builder a little bit slower. There's still a farm to repair as well, so we still have some repairs to make. Let's just go ahead and keep you on production focus for now. I want that builder as soon as possible, because we're going to keep building in the area of Sina and helping improve things around here. But as soon as that's repaired, we can build some... Actually, you know what? This builder might be able to take care of everything that I can possibly do in the area. They'll take care of the silver. They'll take care of... I think once I clear that antiquity site, we might be able to put a farm there. They can take care of the aluminum. So yeah, actually, we don't even... We'll keep the builder... Well, no, we don't need to keep... We need to sync production into something else. Maybe like a new zone. Something that would help the city grow faster. Maybe a harbor district would be best. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put a harbor district up here. And eventually that'll make Sina a more productive city in terms of food. Make it grow faster. All right, let's definitely do a farm there. And you... Oh, cool. Romeo and Juliet Fantasy Overture. Tchaikovsky. Didn't know that he wrote that. Interesting. The music for it, anyway. All right, so... Not the music for the actual play, but obviously he wrote an overture with using the name of the play. I just don't know anything about it. All right, so let's go ahead and trade with Non-Madal. Same reason. We're just trying to get as much production into Alexandria as possible. And then this builder can come over here and improve that farm and go to the next turn. 11 turns away from the Earth satellite, 24 turns away from Estadio de Maracana. I have to be honest, I thought we would be able to get more production into Alexandria faster. I thought that some of the routes that we've been setting up with other cities would help us with the city-states. That's another reason to keep the city-states around, by the way.
Leave the atom alone.
Okay, so now I have access to the Manhattan Project. And it seems like sources have been gained in the city as well, which is quite nice. So now let's go for lasers. Lasers. And then we're going to have access to nuclear fusion and nanotechnology. Lasers will give us access to missile cruisers and jet fighters. So we're going to have even better ships to fight with. Let's go ahead and go for the seaport in Mbanza Wembo. Our economy continues to improve. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair the amphitheater in London, just because just because we need to make it work. And then we're going to keep you there. I don't think there are any units that I can do anything with just yet. But yeah, John Monash, I'm going to bring you here, and I'm going to use you. Promotion available. Rocket artillery. Cancel. Promote. So now I can give them +1 range. On top of the range they already have, and on top of the range they get from having one of these guys with them. And as a matter of fact, let me get the observation balloon to join them up here. Yeah, you guys link up. Yeah. Yeah, so there's actually an Aztec city right here, Tlacopan. So, holy crap. Like, there's just so much range. So now the attack range on this is, his base range is 4. So I could hit them normally from back here. Now there's a few things getting in the way, so I might have to get a little closer, but now I definitely can, because I have the range boost from observation balloon and the level 6 promotion. And it's an army. that unit's just going to be unstoppable. All right, so tell you what, let's go ahead and improve this silver, because that's going to get extra production towards Sina as well. Will that help you get that harbor done faster? Yes, it will. Good. And then let's get you over to the aluminum. Now, does the aluminum belong to you is the other question. No, it doesn't. It should. All right, so let's get the aluminum to Sina, and Tepeshpan is almost done with its business. Is there anything else that should belong to you? Yeah, that should belong to you. And actually, so should... There's an argument for that belonging to you, too. So go ahead and just take it. Okay, so this spy, I could do a listing post, or I can move them to another city. Have I put a spy in Gordian yet? Well, yeah, let's spy on Gordian. I want to move my spies around and see if I can find additional cities. Pretty soon we're going to have the satellite launched, and it'll be neither here nor there. We're going to be able to spy on anyone we want, but at least as long as we know the city is there. And hopefully we're going to find frickin' Cleopatra. I don't know what's going on with the lost city thing still. Let's go ahead and clear this marsh. So that helped. Why did that slow Pella down? That doesn't make any sense. We were 9 turns away, now we're 10 turns away from the Earth satellite. That makes 0 sense. Weird. Alright, well, maybe marshes have a production bonus, and when you clear it, that's got to be it. Hang on. Let's have a quick look. No, they don't. They don't have a production bonus. Why did that happen? What's the explanation, game? I cleared a marsh. I don't understand. All right, so we need to get up here. And maybe if I chop down that rainforest, that'll help with the satellite. Or I know for a fact that it will. So let's go ahead and work on that. All right, this trader, I'm going to go ahead and bring them to Alexandria. Because we just, again, we need to have as much production going as possible to that stadium. To that Stadium Wonder, the Estadio de Maracana, because I still feel like it's possible that one of the other empires, particularly Montezuma, of course, could be building it. But as soon as we've got that built, as soon as it's done, we are going to be able to move on Montezuma. We can do it sooner, but I want to have a really strong economy going behind me. I want to have no question of like an excellent gold income and just be able to make ridiculous amounts of improvements very quickly by virtue of having that ready. So that's what I want to do. Now, the aerodrome in Amphipolis is something that I could build. It might be useful, but it's a little bit far from the front line, so I doubt it. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's put it here. Let's try it. I mean, it might be worthwhile in some way that I can't think of. Right, let's definitely buy a military academy with faith, because that's going to be instant extra production for that city. And then finally, let's do a workshop, 7 turns. And then go for an aerodrome. I don't feel like I need another aerodrome in this area. I feel like it would be better to start producing military units in as many places as I can. Let's go for more modern armor. We're already training one elsewhere. And then you, again, you're going to make an army out of anything. So as soon as I get a modern armor unit ready, or a modern army unit, oh yeah, modern armor. As soon as I get one of those, then I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to go ahead and back off with this unit, because it turns out, I can hit them from way back. So I'm going to take advantage of that. We can't see Tlacopan anymore, but we'll be able to soon-ish. Let's go ahead and promote... Oh, we can't. We don't quite have the money for it. That's fine. So we need... We need this observation balloon to join another artillery. We don't have another artillery for it to be with right now, so we'll wait for another unit to come along. I think we're building artillery elsewhere. All right, Alexandria. Excellent. Let's trade with Vilnius. Get some production out of that and some gold, and that means we are 20 turns away from Estadio de Maracana. Still taking longer than I would have thought. Let's go ahead and... it looks like their attack on Canberra didn't really go that well, it seems like. Let's put you... I want to put you in Launceston, if that's okay. Can I do that? Or are you going to do the thing where I can't scroll? Yeah, you're going to do the thing where I can't scroll. That's really frustrating. Yeah, I can't scroll down the list. There's clearly more. Oh, I hate this. It's so stupid. All right, well, in that case, tell you what, why don't we just do listening post? Why don't we do that? Find out more information about John Curtin. Keep an eye on him. He has a decent amount of territory down here. It's not like if he loses his capital, he's going to be completely SOL. No, Cleopatra. Just no. I don't want to deal with you. Getting your city back is not in the cards for you, so stop asking. Please. Alright, what have we got? Wrocław is done training their mobile SAM. Very good. So why don't we go ahead and... We could use another modern armor, definitely. Another rocket artillery would be good too. Let's do another rocket artillery, because we have, again, we definitely have another unit that's going to benefit from that. Alexandria in Aria still has a food issue, but I don't know of anything that I can do to fix that food issue. Yeah, let's... Well, actually, yeah, I could do a seaport, and that would help. So let's do that. 13 turns. It's going to be 125 turns before it's under serious threat, so I think I'm okay. And let's go for the shipyard here, because +6 production is just an amazing number. Niken needs... We do need to build a Manhattan project, but I'm probably going to build it in one of my capitals. I say one of my capitals, like, I just mean one of my major cities. Not necessarily one of the capitals that I've conquered. Let's go for another modern armor there. Napoleon, just wait, dude. I will have a purpose for you eventually. Let's just put you to sleep. Let's have you go to sleep as well. And then we'll put you on alert. Okay, now that you're done in Niken, there's additional stuff to be excavated. Let's have a look. Is there any down here? I don't see any ruins here. No, I don't. But once you start getting a little bit further north, there's tons of them. So you're going to start clearing those out. And that'll give us some additional culture. We're doing totally fine on culture. We could be in danger of winning like an accidental culture victory in this series because of just the sheer cultural dominance of this empire. Let's actually take a look at that. Science-wise, it shows that we're moving towards the Earth satellite. No one else is even close. Culturally, we are... Okay, no, we're nowhere close. So I don't think we're in danger of that, but it's something that can happen. So, all right, now I would like for you to continue to have really good production. I really would. So, is there a city I can trade with? Yeah, Monza Macedon, actually. Do that. That'll get you some food and production, and you need both of those. So you just keep that going. Almost done with your airport, which will get you even more production on top of that. The mobile SAM, I just need you to come with these guys over here. So we're going to have the mobile SAM positioned along with the rest of the army for when we launch our attack through here and start hitting Montezuma's cities in the coming episodes. It's going to be kind of a lightning war when it finally happens. Also, we're 2 turns away from jet fighters. We really need to start building planes where we can. We're just still building a lot of hangars in those cities. All right, Candy's done with a university. We're almost no longer in need of those types of buildings anymore. All right, so we can definitely build... Yeah, let's go ahead and start building jet bombers wherever possible. And another... let's do a mechanized infantry in Candy. Interesting. So I can go ahead and buy a shrine. I can buy a military academy with faith. I can buy a temple with gold. I'd rather just build the temple, though. It's going to take 4 turns. That's nothing. Manchester, what can I do for you? You have a... actually, no, you don't have that many tiles that need to be improved. So I guess ideally the best thing for Manchester would be to build an industrial zone, I suppose. Well, that would take away from what little food production it has, which sucks. So what if I just did an aerodrome? Yeah, let's do that. Let's just put the aerodrome right there. That way that city can also be producing lots of planes and stuff. Okay, we've got a shrine going in Shadet, and... God, this is just going so well. We're going to be unstoppable. Alright, so... We are currently suzerain of Valletta. We're suzerain of Namadal, suzerain of Auckland. I would like to be suzerain of... Let's see, Amsterdam gives us extra gold for each luxury resource at the destination. If we became suzerain of Zanzibar, we get the cinnamon and cloves luxury resources. They cannot be earned any other way in the game and provide 6 amenities each. Let's move towards Zanzibar. I think we were doing that previously. We've just been very slowly earning additional envoys. Alright, Napoleon, just keep hanging out, man. I don't have anything for you. Alright, Alexandria, I have a new trade route for you. So let's come down here. Yep, trade with Wollongong. That'll be a little bit of extra gold as well. We're up to 622 gold per turn. And again, that is before repealing the New Deal, which is affecting our... Let's see if we can see where we're seeing our... No. Okay, the 683 from cities is really where it's coming from. We can't see more. Is there a way to actually look more specifically at our budget? That's all income. What if I did... what about expenses? These are building expenses. Unit expenses. Where do we have a knight? We've got a knight somewhere. We gotta look for that guy. We have a knight somewhere in our territory. Where in the hell? I bet I know where he is. We had a knight up here at some point. Up, yep, there he is. An actual knight. Let's upgrade you to a modern armor, please. And that can actually be our army, I think. So I'm going to bring that modern armor down to Napoleon. Because that's a level 2 unit already. Very nice. I'm glad I checked my list. And let's go ahead and get that farm improved, or that tile improved with the farm. Alexandria and Aracosia, do I want to... No, we're going to put as many trade routes as we can in these core cities. We need the production to go towards that wonder. Period. Nice. All right, now we do need to repair that before I do anything else. So let's go ahead and direct you over there. And then hopefully the housing issue will be solved there, but don't know for sure. Let's go ahead and go to the next turn. Ah, well, guess what? You're about to be beaten, dude, because I am going to launch the satellite in 6 turns in 1450 AD. And I'm going to see the whole world, so not much exploring left to do at that point. You know?
When God said, "Let there be light," he surely must have meant perfectly coherent light.
Indeed. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here, and in the next one, we are going to work towards... I think we're going to finish the Stadio de Maracana in the next episode. We're definitely going to have the Earth satellite launched, and we're going to finish a number of other projects as well. The Cristo Redentor wonder will probably be done. We're going to finish a number of other units, and we're going to be really close to being able to declare war, lightning war, in fact, on Montezuma. So we're going to be able to move really quickly against him. And what I want to try and do is take the remainder of his territory, move up, maybe fight Cyrus, and then finish by taking Australia. Or maybe we'll finish by taking Cyrus, but obviously we're going for Montezuma first because he's the most advanced of our foes. So we need to knock him out, and then the rest will be easy peasy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at noon Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.